Hey yo, what up? What up? It's Lamech with Live Sports TV back at it again. Chill. Well, on the first couple parts of this series, we talked about uh, the music. We talked about basically we gave a background of the where the music has come from. Basically, from jazz, went from jazz to blues, right? Blues to jazz. Some people went from blues to rock, and then some people went from blues to funk. But blues is American classical music, right? And and we talked about the movement of the music, who was put in charge of the music, why the music changed. We talked about all that. And now we're here, right? Now we're here to the explosive third segment of this series of hip hop is played in your motherfucking face the whole time, right? For this one, we're just gonna shorten it up and call it "In Your Face 3," right? But yeah, hip hop is like a lot of these guys that y'all been looking up to, a lot of these guys that y'all been thinking y'all been thinking these dudes were solid, ain't solid, right? But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Let's just reflect very quickly. Candace Owens came out and basically said gangster rap was never black culture. Uh, it was created by the feds who preferred deals to homosexual black men in prison, then turned them into artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols to destroy black American values. I will never change my mind on this. Now, that's what she said, and the statement rings true. Over here on the right, you'll see, of course, Eminem. You know, Eminem took issue with Candace Owens, not even for her comments, right? He took issue with Candace Owens before these comments came out. Why? Because she had the audacity to support a candidate for president that wasn't from the Blue Party, right? She had the audacity to endorse another. I guess it's an unwritten rule in America that anybody claims to be black must support this blue party. And anybody from any race, white people, Mexican people, anybody, like they feel like they have the right to tell you who to vote for and what makes you black. And they're not even black. It's amazing. But let's look into this. Let's look into this over here on the right. Hip hop icon took multiple digs at the political commentator. He dissed. This is another thing. Eminem. I have no idea how some of these guys get these passes. Eminem. Most of the people that Eminem is dissed are not rappers. So basically, he's dissing people that can't diss him back. You know, what's that? Britney Spears, she doesn't write diss records. You know, Mariah Carey, they don't write diss records. The guy, yeah. Have you ever seen Eminem with a woman? Ever? I rest my case. Anyway, Candace Owens, what she says is the first thing I want to say is Eminem is obviously a gay man. It's very sad that Eminem cleaned out his closet but never came out of his closet. Look, I don't know why these people, if you want to come at somebody, I mean, you're free to do that, but this person here is very sharp, right? This person here has a razor sharp edge. Like, you come at her, but she's gonna shoot back at you 10 times as hard. Right? She came for his neck. Referencing his 2002 single before double downing on her sentiments with, I just would like to again remind people that he is in fact a struggling internally gay man and we should pray for him. Now I believe that rings true as well. I don't know these people, but I know life. right? I know how life works. I know what things look like. I know right from wrong. When I see Eminem or anybody at the height of their success, the height of it, again, am I saying that, oh, he's gay because he's not running with this woman and that woman? No, I'm not saying that. But like, you don't even see women around this guy. He doesn't like women. All his diss records are, it seems like most of them are towards women. His mom, right? He's dissing, he has issues. He does. It's true. It's true. But let's get into it. Yeah, this guy, man, he's been living a lie for a long time, right? But anyway, we gotta do away with this lone wolf concept. A lot of my people do this, and we're gonna cook on this point right here, right? We're gonna cook on this. Listen, I'm human, just like you. Certain entertainers come up, certain athletes, certain people come up. You respect the job that they do. You like the art form that they present, and you become somewhat of a fan, right? A fan. But I'm just using the term loosely. When I'm talking about a fan, I mean like you just, all right, you respect how this person plays the game. I respect how Kawhi Leonard plays the game. So I could loosely use the term, I'm a fan of Kawhi Leonard because I respect how he plays the game as opposed to some other guys, right? I'm not a fan in the by definition of the word. I'm not fanatical over anybody, over any of these entertainers, right? I'm not fanatical about any of these entertainers, sports, these artists, none of them. So I just want to establish that when I'm talking about fandom. So I get it. It's okay to be that type of fan, right? It's okay. But here's the thing you should be more a fan of: yourself, your family, right? Your loved ones, your friends, your business. You should be more a fan of those things. So I'm saying all of that to say it's okay to be a fan of anybody. It's okay to like anybody. But once this thing becomes toxic, once this thing shows you that, wait, something's wrong, then that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. It's a shame that I have to talk about it this way. Like, there was a time when, especially men, like we just naturally did it. We held the fucking line. Right? We held the line. And when I mean by hold the line, I mean hold the line against anybody. Against anybody. For instance, let's go back. A lot of y'all can't do this because you don't have anybody tying you to this era. But let's say you were born in the 40s. Like I said, a lot of y'all, you don't know or didn't know anybody who was around, so they couldn't describe it to you as a child. But let's say the 40s, right? Do you think a guy like Diddy could be exposed for all the shit that he's being exposed for? Just, even if it's just that video. Let's throw out all the other charges, all the other monstrous charges, right? Let's throw out all of those. And let's just talk about that video that came out with him and Cassie, right? How do you think men would have reacted to Diddy back then? They'd have been looking for him in the street with tiki torches, right? And I ain't just talking about, ooh, white man, you promoting white man. No, I'm talking about us. Okay? I'm talking about men in general. The average man sees that and something happens and he wants to beat up Diddy. But then you have these other guys, right? You got the Carcinos and Some of these other guys, again, you never see these guys with women either. You don't see these motherfuckers with no women. And I'm not trying to make it like everybody got to show their girl. I'm not even saying that. It's not about that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there should be some stories of you with women. There should be an inkling of it, a sign of it. Right? A sign of it. Something. But what these guys have in common is none of them are ever... yeah. A lot of these YouTubers are in the same boat as these weirdos. But back to this lone wolf, it's like, my point is when a lot of these people get caught up, right now you're seeing it with LeBron fans. Now LeBron fans came out, they saw this motherfucker go on TV. They said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. I get it. You a LeBron fan. You've been a LeBron fan. You've been defending him all your life. You've been saying he's the GOAT. You've been defending him, calling him the GOAT somehow. You've been like, you raised this man up. But once you see him promoting Diddy parties, and you know what that means, y'all supposed to all just drop him, man. That was supposed to be the cancel moment. That was supposed to be the moment where you cancel this motherfucker. But you didn't. You didn't. And now you all are grafted in. That's how they get you with this idolization. That's how they get you. Now, do you see what you did? Now you're co-signing one of them. You're co-signing one of them. One of these Pink Panther motherfuckers, man. You co-signing a guy who loves Diddy parties and told Diddy to his face he loved that type of shit. You co-signing a guy who twerks for his teammates. So now LeBron James, he could jump off a deep end, he could jump into hell and y'all would go right with him. That's how it works. That's why we were told not to keep idols, because idols will run you off the cliff. But this lone wolf shit, it only happens when you have an idol. If they weren't your idol, you'd be to cancel them. Just like y'all do all these like when white people get caught doing shit, y'all say, boom, boom, he's canceled, done. The few times when a white person does get caught doing some shit, y'all, you get it then. You get it then, right? But when it's one of your favorites, you can't get it. Then it turns right back around to it's all about who we fucking like. I'm gonna go back to let's talk about Carcino one more time. The only reason I'm talking about it is because this guy he had a pretty decent sized channel, right? Or used to, whatever, I don't know, but. This guy, ever since the Diddy accusations have come out, this guy, no, Diddy's innocent. They lying. Like, it's weird, right? They lying on Diddy. But soon as anybody else, somebody he don't like, as soon as those accusations come out, founded or not, evidence or not, he's fanning the flames on those. Yeah, Meek Mill, Drake, yeah, weirdos. And like, if you over there, you a sucker. He a sucker, you a sucker, like bunch of sucker shit over there. Bunch of sucker shit. We got to get away from this fanboy mindset, right? Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. Because I know a lot of people are saying, well, how do you do it? The thing is, you can't be focused on people. When you focus on people, you will excuse some bullshit because you like this person and don't like that person. You got to hold to a standard, a certain standard, and say, look, this behavior is unacceptable. This behavior. And you itemize that separate from any individual. That way, anybody that does the behavior, you can judge accordingly. You can judge accordingly. It's not you canceling them. They canceled themselves when they did this thing. Right? They did it. All you did was hold to your standard. Because if you don't believe in anything, you'll fall for everything. You have to have something. Like, what's in you? If nothing's in you, you'll defend this guy and be against this guy and defend that guy and be against her. Like, all based on who you like. But as you can see, they're all together, right? G-Unit. You notice how it's always the toughest ones. This motherfucker right here is a sucker, bro. 50 Cent is a sucker. He's not tough. He ain't no goon. He ain't nothing. He's a sucker. All his life, he been getting beat up, stabbed, shot. Like, he ain't, like, I don't understand why people are running around acting like they scared of this motherfucker. I wish I would. I wish I would. Ain't no fucking way. It's always these, like, and at one point, it's a fucking joke, bro. These was like supposed to be the toughest dudes in hip hop. G-Unit. Right? Nah. And what you think that G stand for, bro? What that G stand for? Them niggas is suckers. And I don't give a fuck. Look, all of them punks. All of them punks. Every last one of them. Why? Because when last time you and how many is this? 1, 2, I don't know who this is, so I ain't even gonna count him. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 of your homeboys, right? Oh, 5, my fault. 5 of your homeboys, right? One of them got butterfly on his face, right? One of them got butterfly on his face. One of them used to be a fucking stripper, right? From Hollywood, used to be a stripper, used to be a Crip, switched to blood, right? All this funny, wacky shit. Another one got caught out there with a man. Talking about, I ain't gay. Right? Caught out there with a man, recorded. And I'm sorry for the echo. I'm getting this soundproofing together in this office, so if it's an echo, my apologies. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. My point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5-man crew, 2 of them is weird. Like confirmed weird. Not like suspect, but this guy weird too, bro. This guy weird too. And that's just what we know. Yo, can you even suck up to a man like he did 50 all them years and not be weird? Oh, 5th, man, 5th, this is 5th and the 5th. Can you even do that as a man? I got no problem with, look, 5th is the money man, he put me on. Yeah, I'm gonna always, be like his bodyguard, whatever the fuck, whatever, yeah. But like this undying allegiance to a guy that demands you do that. He demands you basically bow down. And they do it. And like y'all allow this shit to be passed off as like tough. This ain't tough. This shit is not tough, bro. Like, we got to get back to understanding what we looking at. Manhood ain't about going out here looking to cause problems, looking to bully people and like trying to get into fights. That's actually feminine. That's what a feminine man does. Feminine men look to instigate problems, right? They always looking to be petty and looking to, like, if there's no issue, they looking to create one out of boredom, right? That's feminine. He grew up watching his mama kissing a girl. He's like, it ain't his fault, but he's seen some weird shit. He's seen some weird shit. All these dudes, man. I don't know about Banks. I don't. I don't. I don't. Like, I don't know about, I'm not going to put that on Banks, but what is it? I mean, you with these dudes. That's why look, that's why you got to keep your name clean. And I ain't trying to make this video too deep, but like, if you ain't on certain things, you be best to just get with your own type people. All deals ain't good, man. All deals ain't good. If you gotta go against your morals and your values for the deal, what that's telling you is that's not the deal for you. That's not the deal for you. But out of desperation, y'all make these fucking deals. Right? This guy. Let's talk about Game real quick. Let's talk about Mr. Game. Game did a video, interview, and let's hear what he has to say. Hang on one second.
I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for...
Who says that? I started kicking it with Diddy. I started kicking it with Diddy. Kicking it. Y'all didn't hear.
Started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for two... I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around...
Look at this shit. I started kicking it with Diddy. I spent 2 years with Diddy. Living with Diddy.
With Diddy for 2 years, and Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like...
Started kicking it with Diddy. I was living with Diddy for 2 years. Look, Diddy, Game, and Fonzworth Bentley. Right? Diddy, I'm going somewhere with this. Diddy, Game, and Fonzworth Bentley. Snapping it up. One more time. Live with Diddy for 2 years. They never went to the studio one time. Look how this gangster is dressed. Look at him. He looks scary. Right? But if you listen to him, you know what it is. All these dudes is Pink Panthers, man. All of them. All of them Pink Panthers, man. Like that image shit, it gotta, like, let this rap shit melt away from you. Melt it out of your psyche, bro. It's all weird. Embracing any part of it makes you look weird. I don't care. I grew up in it too. I grew up in hip hop too. Trust me. Anything you want to talk about, I can talk about it. And on side note, anything y'all want to talk about, sports related, music, culture, history, we can talk about it. I guarantee you we can talk about it. We can debate it, whatever you want to do. But look how tough this dude is. He got the Pooh Shiesty, right? Oh man, the Lokes. Kicking it with Diddy for 2 years. No studio time. What the fuck was he doing for 2 years? Living with Diddy. He about to tell you. He about to tell you what he was doing.
Kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years, and Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I fuck with your demo, that shit. You know, bad boy, like, hey, Playboy, hey, here go watch Playboy, here go a chain, whatever. Hey,
Playboy, here go a chain, Playboy. He's telling you, look, Game, this ain't somebody like... This is not somebody accusing Game. Game is telling. He's bragging. He's bragging about this. He's bragging about Diddy flying around the world, giving him chains and calling him Playboy. This is what rap is. This is rap. This is also why a lot of these rap dudes don't like Game, because they feel like he talks too much. They feel like he's a chatterbox, right? But I'm glad Game runs his mouth like a chick. I'm glad. These is like the tough guys. Listen how giddy he is.
Start kicking it with Diddy.
And this will be my last time running through this.
And this Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I fuck with your demo, that shit. You know, bad boy, like, hey, Playboy, hey, here go watch Playboy, you know, change, whatever. I was like, yo, we ever gonna rap?
It's funny. Are we ever gonna rap? So what you think he was doing? What you think he was doing? Yeah, we taking it there. Right? This is the tough guy. The tough ones. Always ready to fight something. That's another thing. They use that whenever they get called out for their bullshit, they always ready to fight. Always ready to murk something. Always ready to fight. Always ready to murk something. Now don't get me wrong. Like, there's certain things that a man say to you, you should be ready to throw hands. You should. And if you say certain shit to another man, you should be ready. You should have your hands ready to work, right? Here's the thing. That's what an honorable man does to protect his honor, right? I'm not going to let you just sit there and disrespect me and say that about me too. But if it's true, if these things are true, right? What are they fighting for? They fighting for a different reason. Like, they fighting, somebody say they did something that's true, that they really did, and now they ready to fight. But here's the thing. You still kicked it for 2 years with Diddy. Whether you fight this dude, you beat him up, chase him, shoot him, stab, whatever you did, you still kicked it with Diddy for 2 years, bro. You can't get that back. You can't get them. You will never get them 2 years back. You will never get them 2 years back. And it's so sad. It would be sad. But these motherfuckers willingly gave it away. They sold it. They sold their ass. They sold their mouth to Diddy. It's so gross, bro. But we gotta just talk about it in truth. Right? We're not stepping around shit. We're not going to do none of that. So, again, seems like she was right. Seems like old Candace was right. Let's move on. Let's move on. What the fuck is this? Why does this exist in an industry filled with so many tough guys? Filled with so many tough guys. And this is why that lone wolf, let's knock it off. Let's knock it off with the lone wolf stuff. Ain't no lone wolves. Ain't no lone wolves. This is a pack. This is a wolf pack, bro. It's a pack. For sure. All these tough guys. Like, you think, now I'm talking about you straight, regular degular straight dudes out here. Do you think you could walk up to 50, put your arm around him and take a pic with him like this? How you think 50 would respond to you? Not that you want to. I'm just saying, like, if you was like, hey, what up, my dude? I respect your work. This picture, and you went up and approached this man like that, put your arm, what you think 50 would do? But this guy right here, look how comfortable 50 is. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Look at this. I know y'all give Biggie a pass. I don't know how, but I don't know how, but I know that y'all give him a pass. I don't. I never gave Biggie a pass. I never gave Biggie a pass. Was he a good rapper? Yes, he was a good rapper. Yes, he was a good rapper. That's it. He had good beats. He chose good music. Like the beats he chose, a lot of the R&B beats. I like that. I like the way he flowed over the R&B beats. But that's it. All this, like, when people move on, like, I'm not about to make him, nah. He was another fucking weirdo. Biggie Smalls was a weirdo. See how easy it was for me to say? Biggie Smalls was a weirdo. He talked about sucking dick. Among other stuff. He talked about sucking dick. He talked about getting kids, pinning kids in the ass. Like, he talked about Biggie Smalls was a weirdo, okay? Say that, embrace it, accept it, and move on. Diddy, we know that. Lil Wayne, we look. Is this AI? Is this an AI photo? Or was this taken in the early 2000s before AI was even a thing? Again, is this AI? Look at this thug passion. Look at your boy, Super Thug. Pop. Look at Pop. I was never a Pop fan. I was never a Pop fan. I never thought he could rap. I don't care who like this and who don't. This is my channel. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I never liked Pop. As a rapper, never liked it. The music, the beats was corny. The lyrics was trash. And I didn't understand them. I didn't understand all that thug love. Oh, my thug love. And being around dudes with your shirt off all the time. And I'm in the Marines at the time. Like, I get it. Like, I was around dudes in the Marines. We was around a bunch of chicks too. But, like, at that time, we like, bro, I can't, his energy, I just didn't like it, bro. The Versace shirts and all that shit was nasty to me. That whole style is nasty. Look, nothing but a G thing. What do the G stand for? I'm starting to think this G thing in gangster, it don't stand for gangster. I'm starting to think it stands for something else. When last time you and your homeboy took some pictures like this? And while I'm on that, excuse me. When have you ever seen Snoop Dogg around a woman? I know, he's married. These dudes are not who you think they are, okay? They're not. He was married too, but go back and look at his wife. I'm talking about Dr. Dre's. This video here was absolutely disgusting. So bad, I don't even see it. And here's one of the moments that I was talking about. Here's one of them fucking moments that I was talking about. Why am I saying that? Because at the time, Beanie Sigel was like my favorite rapper. I wasn't hip to what was going on. I wasn't hip to like all the bullshit yet. I'm still believing these guys are healthy, right? But then I saw this video. And for reference, go type in weird, I don't know how you would type it in. Type in weird Beanie Sigel PD Crack video. Beanie Sigel PD Crack video. Yeah, you could just type in Beanie Sigel PD Crack video. And I'm sure it's only one. And you look at that. You look at that video and tell me that Candace Owens was wrong about what she said. Look at your boy Cam. Look at your boy Cam. Have you ever seen Cam pose like this with a chick? You ever seen Cam pose like this with a woman? A real woman? No. Have you ever seen a fan? Cam put his arms around any fan like this? No. No. Hip hop, they've been playing in your face the whole fucking time. The whole time. And now we got to get into some dark business, right? Here's where shit turns a little bit. And some of y'all gonna be able to get with this, and some of y'all not. See, I don't really give a fuck. The truth don't really care who tell it. You know. This thug shit. You think a lot of y'all think Pac like just came up with that? Yeah, thug. Yeah. No, he didn't. He didn't. Pac didn't come up with that. Right? Let's talk about thugs, or to be more appropriate, Thuggy. Right? Thuggy is the name given to alleged thugs who supposedly were historical organized cults of professional robbers and murderers in India. They were said to have traveled in groups across the Indian subcontinent. Wasn't expecting it to go here, was you? Wasn't expecting it to go here. They are purported to have murdered their victims by strangling using a bandana as a tool. The Thuggy were believed to practice their killings as a form of worship toward the goddess Kali. For centuries, the authorities of Indian subcontinent, such as the Khalji dynasty, the Mughal Empire, and the British Raj, attempted to curtail the criminal activities of the Thuggy during their rule. So the Thuggy was a problem. Thuggies was a problem. Thuggies was a real fucking thing and a huge problem, right? So much of a problem that they had to create laws. I'm going somewhere with this. The Thuggy and Dacoity Suppression Acts, 1836 to 1848, in British India under East India Company rule, were a series of legal acts that outlawed Thuggy, a practice in North and Central India involving robbery, ritualized murder, and mutilation on highways, and dacoity, a form of banditry prevalent in the same region, prescribed punishment for the same. You notice how a lot of these people get taken out on the highway, right? A lot of these people get taken out. Angie Stone got taken out on the highway, right? Mo3 got taken out on the highway. People get taken out on the highway. See, y'all don't put two and two together because you don't believe in the spiritual world. But the spiritual world is going to be what it is. It's never good. It's going to do, like, it's not going to change. Like, if it's a spirit, if that's a spiritual thing, it's going to do what it always does. It's going to keep the bandana. It's going to keep the same spirit that it had back then. Right? So look at these dudes, man. You think BG, how does BG even come out of jail with hair this long? You was in prison. So who was doing your hair? And look at him. He ain't the same. Right in your face. Look at your boy Webby. A lot of y'all wouldn't even recognize that that's Webby. That's Webby. Right? That's Webby. Back to the Thuggies. You've been shown the Thuggies before. You probably didn't know what you was looking at, but you've been shown the Thuggies. And this here is this would be the Kali. This will be the spirit ruling over the Thuggy mindset. This is the spirit. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get to why Kali is a spirit that invokes death, invokes murder, right? It invokes bandana wearing, and it invokes red against blues, right? It invokes all these things in where? Cali. Why did so many people go where? Cali and pass away? Why? Why is Cali where so many people go to pass away? They may not know that that's where it's going to end at, but it does. Why? Right? And it's accepted. It's like a form of life. It's gang culture, right? It's just gang culture. Let's get into it. But you've seen the Thuggies. See, Indiana Jones, he knew how to handle a Thuggie. This is how you handle a Thuggie right here. Bang, that's it. As a kid, I mean, even now, that's just one of my favorite scenes, man. Like it don't get too much better than that. But maybe, just maybe, these are the triple OGs, right? Not the Big U and Tukey and all these other people. Like they carbon copies. They the carbon copies. They don't know. This is where that shit comes from. These were the original thugs. And as you can see, that ain't nothing to want to be. Bunch of scumbags. A bunch of scumbags robbing, stealing, murking, like taking yams. It's crazy the stuff we can't say on YouTube. But like, we need to let all of this go. We need to let all this thug shit go. We're not thugs. We never were thugs. What we are, scientists, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we are entertainers. We are. But those are the things we are. We don't make good criminals. The prison system shows you that. So all this time, you thought this shit was like some real gangster shit, but really it's just this. That's it. All this time, you didn't put two and two together why so much bandanas, flags and Cali and thug life and all that. You didn't put two and two together. But all this is an amalgamation of this spirit here. I don't care what you believe in. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding, people. Really don't care what you believe in. So ponder on that. Ponder on that. Here's the thing. It's time to basically let that hip hop shit go. The hip hop shit, as I said in the prior video, poison pill. It was poison from the start. It was never here for your benefit. Yes, there have been a few artists here and there that have been good, but for the most part, the thing was already tainted. And now it's the thing, they've been put there to basically trap you. So if you're still caught up in that, and you're caught up in any of these things that hip hop is basically co-signed, hip hop is co-signed these things. Hip hop is co-signed this, right? Why do I say that? Because look who was running hip hop. Yeah, hip hop co-signed this. Hip hop co-signed that. For sure. Hip hop co-signs scammers. Hip hop co-signs illegals. Hip hop definitely co-signs this. But you know who ain't with it, right? So you can hold on to your hip hop, ride around listening to that shit and be a target because you're the enemy in this country because hip hop is not good, okay? People don't want to hear that shit no more. See, other people ain't like you. They know once something is revealed as bad, they're going to drop it and call it what it is. They're not like you. So you go ahead and hold on to it if you want, but you're going to get taught a lesson. Well, yeah, I probably should have did that. But yeah, there you go. The jig is up. The jig is up. Do you get it now? Make more sense? What's next for music? Because that was a lot of doom and gloom. I think music is in a good place, honestly. Or it could be. It depends on what's next. I think music is in a great place. Once we figure out what we're going to do. Like if people just have to have hip hop, then to me, this is the guy that probably should be running it. Right? To me, this is the guy. Doesn't seem like he's going to do too much. Doesn't seem like he's going to be exploited. You know, it seems like he would be good for a free market hip hop system where artists can just be artists. I don't know. Or this guy, right? It seems like he would open it up to even more forms of music. So I'd be okay with either one of them taking Diddy's spot, so to speak, but not taking his spot. Like, don't do the shit that he did. Don't get the power and get drunk with it. But I think either one of these guys would make an excellent representative. As far as the music, this is the shit I listen to. I mean, it's easy. It's not even a transition because I've already been there. I like actual music. I don't want to hear somebody talking. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear music. Like, let my mind go where I want to go. So music is in a great place right now. But if you ask me who should really be in charge of this thing, the one who was right from the very beginning. Mr. Wynton Marsalis. He was right from the beginning. Right? He was spot on from the very beginning. And I think it's something to say for that. Somebody from a young age having an insight to know right from wrong. But this shit right here, you want to hold on to hip hop, be ready for this. Be ready for more of this. One thing I want to say real quick, anything you see in these slides is because I wanted you to see it. I'm a fucking artist, all right? Like, it ain't no mistakes over here. If you see it, it's because I wanted you to see it. And if you don't see it, it's because I didn't want you to see it. Boom, back, just like that. This is the end of the line for hip hop. It is an end of an era. It is. All these people that you've been looking up to are weirdos. They all been exposed. Right? They all been exposed, but now the show's over. The show's over, folks. That slide definitely didn't come out the way I wanted it to, but what you gonna do, right? Man, the show's over. Now, I think the spirit, this on a spiritual level, this Kali thing, I think it's over. Now that doesn't mean that ding dong, which is dead, that one might be, but spirits move over for other spirits. So we got to be vigilant and we got to be ready for what comes next. But again, if we have a standard, it really won't matter what comes next. Our standard will be together. So they won't be able to slip nothing past. Basically, we have to be strong. It doesn't matter what they do if we're strong. That's all I got. If you like the video, bang on for that like button one time. Peace.